Welcome to the 2% Club, where we talk all things work, wealth, and wellness, with the founders, funders, and forward thinkers rewriting old playbooks with intention. I'm your host, Rachel Hirsch, venture investor, wellness operator, and founder of Wellness Growth Ventures. Each week, we dive into bold conversations about scaling companies, building wealth, investing wisely, and staying mostly sane while doing it. Welcome back to the 2% Club podcast, where we talk all things work, wealth, and wellness. I'm your host, Rachel Hirsch.
And I'm Melissa Gelman-Weiss.
And today we're announcing the top 10 women in wellness. Normally on Thursdays, we do our hot takes, but this week we announced top 10 women in wellness. And we're so excited to be doing this. I think what started as like a bucket list item for me that I thought was going to take 10 years and take all of this funding, Melissa was like, we can do this now. People in the community care. People will show up. She was right. She was 100% right. You all showed up.
I mean, because we are the community, right? The fact that you feel passionately about spotlighting these women, and I feel the same, like we're not different from any of the other people who work day in and day out to build this industry and are aware that there are unrecognized voices, or there are people in certain categories that don't get enough recognition, you know, the operators and the finance people.
That was a super interesting piece of this to me, because so we had come up with these like top 10 categories, and I just think like they made sense in our minds more than anything. But once the nominations were just like, you could nominate anyone. And it was super interesting to see there were certain categories. Founder, naturally, it was just like dozens of people straight away that were nominating that category. And then there were other categories that were left blank. And there were loads of nominations for each category in the end, like not saying anything else. But it was an interesting takeaway that at one point made me think, wow, maybe just there aren't a lot of women in these positions. And then my subtly angry feminist came out again and decided that maybe they're just not celebrated enough. I think it's an and. But it was a really interesting piece of this process that I took away.
Yeah, I mean, I think that what's interesting about this list is we had an opportunity to recognize categories that women don't appear in, or that just are deemed not sexy, though I have been known to say that like a well-oiled machine is quite sexy. So to the operators out there and the finance people and anyone who can like do accounting, I mean, hats off. And I think the other piece of this that's so interesting is, by the way, the votes, I don't know about you, I was like, wow, I was shocked at the reaction.
Yeah. That was, y'all showed up in a way that I think we were excited and hopeful, but beyond what we could have expected in our hopes, like our high hopes. And that speaks volumes again to this community, because like every single person, not just nominated, but beyond, people care about you, people believe in you, and you might not feel it day to day. You might feel like, I don't know, being a founder is just like the worst job in the world most of the time, and you get no praise. But pick your category. There were hundreds, thousands of people showing up voting, and that's because they care about you and they think you're doing a good job and they believe in you, and that's really fucking cool.
Well, actually, what I think is so important also about what you said is the definition of top, which we intentionally didn't put any around, you all defined it for us, which is so much more than your ARR, right? So much more than how much money you raised. So the metrics for success were investment in team, character, right? Willingness to advocate for your people and the broader industry, and success. And what we see is people who understand that success is actually, or financial success is an output of all of those other things. And that's what came through.
We keep talking about offline. We've been having the conversation of each one of these leaders understand that so visibly. And the ones that we know, even if the ones that we don't know quite well, it is so visible immediately with them. And like, I'll throw out someone who's not even on this list, Becca Milstein, founder of Fishwife. She is one of the most incredible leaders. And the first thing she says when you ask how is Fishwife so successful, she says her team. And let me be very clear, her team is out of this world impressive and successful and skilled. But the first thing she says is team. And I think that every time you find a really successful company, you find a woman at the top who gets that.
Yeah. I mean, the people we either have the honor of knowing some of these people on this list or know people who know them, and it's a 100% group of women that are beloved. So whether it's, I mean, I'm thinking about this list, right? Julie Cartwright, Jessica Berman, Holly Rillinger, Laura Monkholm, like they're all, if you talk to people that are either their clients or that are their, members of their team, they will say, oh my gosh, she's amazing.
Yeah.
All of them. And you work different for someone, for a leader that you believe in and that you believe believes in you.
Say it again.
You just do.
It's true. Okay.
I mean, I really feel like I have an inverse relationship between how much money I make and how fulfilled I am in a job. because it is often in the more intimate environments or where I have an opportunity to build with a co-founder that I am most fulfilled, because it's a team of people who believe.
Yeah. That actually feels really relatable.
And unfortunately, belief and passion don't pay the rent. And I do believe, though, that if you start there, like revenue is an output, it will come. I totally believe that. Obviously.
Well, on that note, without further ado, it's time to announce the list. I will start. The founder is, actually, before I start, I just want to say we literally had, within minutes, thousands of people like voting from all over the world, which is also a little wild. But all that to say, every single person who was nominated, people care about you. You deserve to win, you deserve to be nominated, you deserve to be celebrated. And so even though obviously for each category there can be only one winner, I'm a millennial, so like everyone gets a participation trophy, but everyone was so loved and cared for in this, and I want to make sure everyone really feels that.
Yeah, so, I'm Gen X, so it's okay if you lose. But but I mean, we calculated the votes in the advocate category. There's a difference of 2 people.
Yeah.
Between third, second, and for 2,
2 votes each. Yeah, it was crazy and amazing. Like, how incredible.
Yeah.
I love that anecdote. Good anecdote. Okay. Founder is Laura Monkholm of Walla.
CEO is Jessica Berman at National Women's Soccer League.
Operator is Dorothy Kilroy from Aura.
Brand builder is Katie Marston at Once Upon a Farm.
Startup breakout founder are Anne Fullenwider and Monica Molinier of Alloy Health.
And investor is Kara Nortman at Monarch Collective.
Advocate is Hensley Elfitz from Reboot.
Breakout voice is Dr. Saru Bala.
Creator is Sabrina Zohar.
And fitness instructor is Holly Rillinger at Lifted Method.
Congratulations, everyone. So well deserved. Thank you all for being a part of this community, for showing up, for supporting one another. And we'll do it again soon.
Thanks, everyone.
Although next time we're adding in top wellness dog. That was a missed opportunity.
Yes. We got it. Fitness and furries, however we want to come up with it. We're on it.
See you all next week. Thanks.
Bye, everyone.